Let's go over how to set up for a barbell back squat or a barbell front squat or anything like that, using the barbell on your back or on the front. So what I like to do actually is get into a squat rack, whatever you may have accessible to. I want to make sure that these hooks and the bar are just below my collarbone. That's usually a good indicator of where you need to be, because when you get under this bar, it should sit just kind of above or just below the traps. So when you get in here, right here, get right underneath it, and you're noticing here, I'm in like a quarter squat position right now. That's what I want to be, because when you unrack it, and I'm here, there's lots of room on those hooks. For me, if it's really heavy, I can just slam into them. So play with that. If you need the hooks to be lower, if you want the hooks to be higher, that's totally up to you. But anyway, so here, just below my trap, I'm kind of squeezing my shoulder blades here. Pretend this is a really heavy weight. Boom, I unrack, step back, and from here I can start squatting. So from here, I just do my regular squat, up and down. Once you're done your set or however many reps, the key is I want you really just slam into the squat rack, and then you can just drop it. And don't hit your head like I just did. Okay, so this is an example of having the hooks too low. If you were to be squatting a really heavy weight, right, it could be potentially dangerous, because if you get under here, right, getting off the rack is probably okay. You do your set, etc., etc. And then now you're tired, you're fatigued, you're gonna try and, you know, if it's too low, you're like here, you're unbalanced, and it might just be a disaster. The same thing applies if you set up the rack too high, so above shoulder level. Let's call it just right here. Right, this is all relative to your height. And obviously don't do this, but so if you're here, right, and again, it might be okay for you. Look, I'm on my tippy toes in this one, just as an example, right? It might be okay to be here, unracking. You do your set, you do your squats, you do your lunges, what have you, and now it's super heavy, you're fatigued. Now I can't just hook it or rack it, right? I have to really go on my tippy toes again, and then it's just a safety issue. So put the bar put the hooks just below where your collarbone sits, and you should be fine.